Welcome in, everybody. This is the Glad Dad here with Outcast Motorsports Network, bringing you some Gen 4 action here at the historic Lady in Black Darlington Motor Speedway. Welcome one, welcome all. Super excited to be here tonight. Ready to get this shindig underway. Man, we've got some great paint schemes out here. I requested to do some throwbacks, and that's just what I received. Let's get down trackside and I'll show you what we've got going on. We've got this cat right here, Matt Marklin, out there. And check out his paint scheme. It's the old Bill Elliott Dodge Muhammad Ali throwback. Back when Bill Elliott raced those Gen 4 cars. This thing is looking phenomenal. Looking really good out there. And we've got this cat right here, Eric Johnson. Let's take a look at his paint scheme. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that's an old Greg Sachs 1980s model. Where's he at? Right there. That's an old Greg Sachs throwback with the Ultra Slim Fast. Looking really sharp out there. Who else do we have? We've got Jacob Answorth out there. Let's take a look at Jacob's car. It's an old throwback paint scheme right there. He nailed this one. Absolutely nailed it. And we've got this guy right here. Now, multiple people have run this car that Josh Newman's running. Rick Wilson started it in about 1989. And then Ernie Irvin took over this car, running the exact same paint scheme. Man, that thing looks phenomenal. He took the Kodak off the side and put the Outcast. Fantastic paint scheme there. Who else do we have? We've got this guy sitting on pit road. I don't see him though. Brandon Brock's car. We'll get to his shortly. Anyway, folks, let's get to the scoring here. Brandon Brock currently sitting out front with Johnson in tow. Brock with a really fast time in the practice. Johnson, Franklin's third, Answorth, Bennett, Peterson. Tina in the chat, I'm pretty happy with how Jacobs turned out. I wish I could have gotten it more spot on. Tina, you did a fantastic job, girl. Fantastic job. And Kyle Franklin's out there, currently sitting third fastest. Oh, Pubert, we saw that. Definitely saw the old thick Outcast bird on the quarter panels. And check this guy out right here. Here's who I wanted to show. Another guy, you've seen him on track. Ronnie Welchel in that old Bill Elliott McDonald's car from 1994. Now, Bill Elliott raced this car here at Talladega, or not here. He raced it here, but also in Talladega where he had a nasty wreck. And that was really the last time he drove this type of paint scheme. But man, spot on there for Ronnie Welchel. Good luck to these drivers tonight. Let's see who we've got here on the cams as well. We've got 3 drivers out there. Steve Giberson, you can see him there, not in the car, sitting in the cockpit, but not out on track. And we've got Ronnie Welcho out there. And Eric Johnson sitting in the cockpit, not out on track. Good luck to those drivers tonight. Thank you for showing your faces. And Eric Johnson's backside. Oh, check this guy out right here. Aaron Sellers now out on track. Let's show you Aaron Sellers' car. The old Dale Jarrett Gen 4 throwback with the 88 UPS. Spot on paint scheme as well, sir. Looking really, really good out there. Never was much for a Dale Jarrett fan, but man, he had some really good paint schemes. As we've got 7 minutes left in practice, rather. Then we're going to get down to qualifying. Let's see what else we've got. Here we go. Brandon Brock in the old T-Rex car. Rick Hendrick wanted to put the T-Rex on the hood, and he got what he wanted. Check this out. The old Jeff Gordon, way back when, like 1994 to 96. Spot on replica here. Looks really, really good. You know, Brandon Brock, he has strived here since season 1 to run what we call the Dale Gordon / Jeff Earnhardt paint schemes. He always runs the 3, but he loves the 24 paint schemes. And man, that was a nail right there. That looks really, really good. And I believe we got one more driver out here that's running a throwback. He's not on track yet. Not sure if we can see him either. There he is. Now he's on track. This is Rob Williams in an old Jeff Burton throwback, a Citgo. There we go, right there. Man, that's really good. That's also spot on. And Tina in the chat, you'll notice I added my own signature on the back. Think I'll do that from now on. Let's take a look here, Tina. It's kind of, I don't know if I can see that. Who's behind him right there? Not sure who that is. All right, that's Clarence Norton. I don't know. I doubt we'll be able to get close enough to see. So Brock Control, the T-Rex car was ran in 1997. All-Star race. It pushed every gray area in the book, and NASCAR famously said it won't be legal tomorrow. Thank you for that tidbit information, Brock. And let's see, we got 4 minutes left. Let's take a look here at the championship standings as they fall right now. Kyle Franklin out front, only by 3 points over the Brockster. Followed by Jacob Answorth sitting in third, 10 points back. He needs a really good, solid finish tonight, and he'll keep that top 5 for sure, top 3. Eric Johnson sitting 21 points back in fourth, and Charles Wilson 31 points back. That's quite a jump there for Charles in fifth. Tied for sixth, Drew Kuhn and Shannon Donathan. Joshua Newman in eighth. James Watson ninth, and Brian Zemer in 10th place. let's see. We've got 3 minutes left. Let's see if we can get here in the chat. From Race Room 5, Brandon Brock, glad to have the booth. You got me, buddy.
Hey, yo, we here.
TN4. Man, hey, you're sitting 3 points back in the championship here. Just behind Kyle Franklin. And you're sitting fastest here in practice with a little less than a tenth faster than Johnson and Franklin. But what do you have for him tonight, and how's the car feel?
We'll see. I feel pretty confident right now. Obviously, the speed's there. Just gotta keep it out of the wall and watch out for anything that might be happening in front of me. This is one of those tracks where you race the track. You don't race the other cars till later. But yeah, I feel pretty confident. We've got the OL, so we're gonna have to come from the back. So yeah, we'll see. We just gotta be patient. Make sure we make it there to race for the win or wherever we end up. But I feel pretty confident.
Oh yeah, you definitely should. And how does the car differ tonight versus Tuesday night in the trucks? Like, is it more unstable in the rear than the trucks were, or is it about the same way?
I mean, it's tight if you overdrive it, but yeah, in this you're trail braking on both ends. In the truck, you could kind of just lift a little and then just drift up in 1 and 2 and then cut back down. Here, you're braking a little, cutting low, and then sliding up to the wall and then cutting back down, kind of a double apex. And I'm kind of doing the same thing in 3 and 4 as well. Kind of, braking, drifting up and cutting back down and getting a good run off the corner. I think you could run either line in 3 and 4. It just depends on, your driving style. But man, this is gonna be a fun one. I'm looking forward to how this plays out.
Well, we've got 22 drivers in here, so when you get that EOL, you're gonna have to come in from the 20s all the way to the front, and I don't think it's gonna be an easy task tonight. So yeah, make it happen, and good luck out there.
Yep, we'll see you.
See you, buddy. All right, that was Brandon Brock out there. He feels pretty confident and in what he's got going on in practice. So we shall see. Yeah, the top 3 in the championship running always get an EOL here in the Outcast. Just makes it a little more level playing field. And you know what? It's a track like this, that is not a good thing, folks. I'm telling you, it's not a good thing. Going too wide out here into 1 and 2 is treacherous. If you're too high on the bottom, too wide, you're going to get in the car above you. You've got to hold that bottom, hold that dotted white line, as you can see there with Anthony Bennett. And it looks like practice is over. Qualifying will begin now. So let these cars load up and get on the track. Let's see what we've got. Oh, Pubert Johnson in the chat. 2 wide? We're going 3 wide. I don't think that's going to be a really good idea. And Rob Hamilton, yeah, I noticed you wasn't out here, buddy. Got off work late. Yeah, I get that. But you know what? We're going to put on a show for you tonight. So sit back, relax, enjoy the broadcast. Anthony Bennett out on track. Kyle Franklin rolling off, coming to take the green for the first time from Tri-Cities, Washington. That's way at the other end of the United States, as I'm here in the lowest part of Alabama. Aaron Sellers, Blue Ridge, Georgia. Now that's a little closer. And a town I've been to a few times, Clear Lake, Iowa, with Terry Litweiler. Aaron Sellers out front right now with the fastest time. Only time down right now. And then Franklin with a 29.410. David Vodka out there showing some speed. And Matt Marklin, how about that? Marklin to the top of the board. Answorth going to put him back to second. And Sellers going to put him back to second. Then Kyle Franklin going to best him here. The only one in the 28 so far. 28.91 is Franklin's time. But watch this Steve Giverson right here. Man, he's been lightning fast these last 3 or 4 weeks. From Corvallis, Oregon. Josh Newman. Franklin not with the fastest time. Answorth to the top of the board with a 28.85. Newman up to fourth. 29 flat. No, crew chief Franklin, he is not. He's in Oregon. You guys are in Washington. That's really, really close. Steve Giverson currently in the 6th position. Andy Reeves close to me, the closest from Shreveport, Louisiana, only about 3 hours from me. Ronnie Welchel getting on track, doing his warm-up lap, going to take the green for the first time. Rob Williams out there, already got 1 lap in. We're going to see what the second lap brings. Eric Johnson out there. See where Eric Johnson lines up to the top of the board. 28.83 beats him by 2/100ths of a second. Now it's Brandon Brock's turn. Coming out of 4 right now to grab that green flag. See what his time will be. Can he best Johnson? Can he put it in second? Can he put it in first? First lap, 7th quickest. Oh, he's loose. That's going to do it. No way is he going to carry that momentum down into 3 with a slip off of 2. We're going to see here. He may make a liar out of me, folks. Brandon Brock makes a fool out of Adam. Makes a fool out of the old Glad Dad. 28.83, same lap time as Eric Johnson. 2/1000ths of a second difference. 28.831 from Brock. 28.833 from Johnson. Made an absolute fool out of me. How about that? And we've still got 6 cars still left to qualify. Cale Peterson out there now. We will reset his texture there. He just uploaded his throwback. So let's see if it will update for us here. They're painting his car right now, so just stand by. No, it did not update. Kel Peterson out there, he's the only one on track right now. Kel Peterson coming out of turn 4 to grab that first timed lap. What's that time going to be? It's going to put him up to 11th right now. Looking good so far. Oh, in the wall. That's not going to count on his lap. He's going to have to call it here, folks. So only one lap for Peterson. As we've got 2 minutes left here in qualifying. Let's see here if we can get Kyle Franklin here in the booth with us. Kyle Franklin, glad to have in the booth. You got me.
Got you, Dad.
Man, rolling off 4th place here. Well, you're going to get that EOL, but good pit box selection here.
Yep, I just got to remember that.
That's right. That is the key here. Pit box selection. That's why you guys qualify, even though you're getting an EOL.
Yeah, definitely.
But look, man, we've got, what is this? 22 cars here that have registered for this race. You're going to have to come back from the 20s to the front. You're going to be aggressive with it, or is it going to be a long-term goal?
Survivability, long-term goal here. It's not my favorite track. I got quite a bit of practice in, but I'm just not super confident yet, so we'll see how the race goes.
Well, you know, you're always a threat here. You are leading the points by only 3 points above Brock, so you got to take that in consideration. There's some heavy hitters right here chasing you down that are all within 10 to 15 points from the lead. So make sure you're, cool, calm, and collected going through this thing. If you're going to make it through a long-term goal, you got to have that long-term thought process. No race brain.
That's right.
Eric Johnson said he's going to put it 3 wide.
Tell him, let's go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Hey, we've seen it, but it's never ended well. So
No. We're going to calm and collected, like you said. Still got a long, rest of the season. Just, hanging out.
That's right. All right, buddy. Well, good luck. We're gridding up, and hopefully we'll see you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, Adam.
All right, moved him back up there where he belongs. And let's see here. Right here above the flag stand as these cars are gridding up. It's looking like the mid-90s up here. Well, let's get down to business with your starting lineup. Starting on the pole, Brandon Brock by only 0.02 of a second over Eric Johnson in second. Starting third, Jacob Answorth. In fourth, Kyle Franklin. Starting in the 5th position, Rob Hartley and Josh Newman to his outside in 6th. Aaron Sellers in 7th. Steve Giberson rolling off 8th. Rob Williams starting 9th. David Vodka in 10th. Cale Peterson rolling off in 11th. To his outside in 12th, Matt Markland. Clarence Norton, a new driver here in 13th. Jordan Massey in 14th. Andy Reeves 15th. Drew Kuhn in 16th place. Ronnie Welch will start in 17th. Dalton Hall 18th. Ryan Few starting in 19th. And Tim Freed in 20th. Anthony Bennett rolling off 21st. And 22nd is going to go to Terry Litweiler. Cars are rolling off. Love this sound of these vintage race cars. And we're going to go ahead and serve these EOLs. Drivers to the back. Top 3 in points to the back. Which is going to be Franklin, Brock, and Answorth. So we're going to go around one more time. Pace car lights will be off here as he's coming out of turn 4. And then we get this 115 laps underway. Let's take a look here at the weather. 64-degree track temp, 95% humidity. It's going to be a little slick out there. 9 miles per hour out of the northeast. Well, now to 7. Race analysis tonight, 115 laps. Pace car lights are off. That can only mean one thing. We're going green next time. It's going to be Hartley, Johnson front row, Sellers, Newman second row. Coming down the backstretch at pace speed for the final time. Next time by, we'll be in the 160 mile per hour range. Coming down the Boeing backstretch. Pace car's gonna veer off right here. Here we go. Drivers are coming to the restart zone. Green flag is in the air. Eric Johnson's going to take out to a commanding lead with Rob Hartley in tow. Coming down that Boeing backstretch. Oh, we got some loosey-goosey drivers back there. Here we go, coming out of 4th for the first time. And across the start-finish line. Johnson touches the wall just a little bit. It's going to get back down. Oh, and he's loose. Rob Hartley to his bumper. And looking to the inside now. On board here with Newman as he's watching these leaders chase one another. There's a little bit of gap between him and Sellers. Clarence Norton already up 5 positions since the start of this race, so only 4 laps in, he's up 5 spots. That's what it's about, gaining these spots here on the restart. And here comes Ronnie Welchel. Thought she's going to trick me there, Ronnie. Already up 4 spots as well. Brandon Brock trying to work his way up through the field. Kyle Franklin, Terry Litweiler battling hard here. Jacob Answorth playing the long game as well. Had the EOL. David Vodka, Andy Reeves battling side by side here. Andy Reeves going to grab the position. Back up front, still nose to tail, the 18 and the 46. Oh, Rob Hartley with a run and in the wall. Going to lose a little bit of momentum there. Better be careful because that Newman's right behind him, can capitalize on those mistakes. Taking a look back here right now. Ronnie Welchel battling. Trying to do something here with David Vodka. Ryan Fuchs in tow. Is at 15 right there, that Goodrich. Ryan Fuchs already up 5 spots. Let's take a look here at the biggest gainers right now. Andy Reeves up 6 spots. Clarence Norton and Ryan Fuchs up 5. Ronnie Welchel and Terry Litweiler up 4 spots. Man, we've got battles going on everywhere here. 15 looking low on the 62. The 3 also low. Oh, Terry Litweiler back there, loosey-goosey. He's going to save it, though. Kel Peterson now trying to put some pressure on Steve Giberson. Back up front, these 4 drivers here, Johnson, Hartley, Newman, Sellers. Pulled away now, 2.4 seconds. Nice diamond line going on by these drivers in front of Sellers. Down to the white dotted line on entry, up to the wall in center, and down to the bottom for the exit of 2. Also a tiny diamond here in 3 and 4. Letting the car rotate by itself here. Eric Johnson looking a little unstable there going into 1. Back up here, Kel Peterson did make the pass on Steve Giberson. Oh, we've got a caution. Ryan Fuchs and David Vodka. Oh, Ryan Fuchs, or David Vodka rather, Got some body panels rolling around. That's the rear bumper cover. And Ryan Fuchs missing the bumper. Let's take a look here at just what happened between these two drivers. David Vodka in front of Fuchs right here. Fuchs looking low, Vodka loose. Just a racing deal, nobody at fault here. Take a look here once again. On board with Ryan Fuchs. David Vodka just loose. Ryan Fuchs, I guarantee you, if we look back here, back on the chopper mode, take a look here. Ryan Fuchs to the rear bumper of the 24, gets him loose right there and gets into him. All the air completely off of the rear of that car, and it sent him around, and no time to react. No time to react, and we're going through pit stops right now. A lot of drivers went in for fuel only, like Eric Johnson here, fuel only. Rob Hartley, Aaron Sellers, Josh Newman, everybody fuel only right now. And there's drivers that stayed out. Andy Reeves, Markland, Norton, Brock. There we go. Brock with a different strategy. Everybody's still on the same tires, but we've got Freet and Fuchs with damage getting fixed, Vodka getting damage fixed, and for some reason, something's wrong with Drew Kuhn. Never really started. Pace car lights are off. We're going to go green this time. Pace car is going to dip off. Right there, pace car off. Gonna be Reeves and Markland, followed by Norton and Brock. Green flag back in the air. Markland, a little bobble there. It's gonna put Norton up to his bumper. The 51. What's going on with the 51? He's having a pit right here as the field goes around. Hartley, Brock, Johnson, Sellers. Letting everything getting settled back out. Go back here to Rob Williams as he's just in front of Kyle Franklin here. Kyle Franklin making quick work here of Williams. Reeves with a 1 second lead over Hartley. Hartley a little loose right there, coming out of the corner. Brock closing in just a little bit here. Fastest 5 last lap. Brandon Brock 0.2 faster than everyone else. So Brock on the move as he's made it to the bumper here. Made it to Rob Hartley. And then about 0.6 back is Eric Johnson. Andy Reeves was fast here Tuesday night in the trucks. Just to lose it on the last lap. And for him to be back out in the lead right now says a lot about the way he handles this track. Cal Peterson, no one to draft with right here. Currently running in the 6th position. Clarence Norton, he dropped a little bit now. Kyle Franklin's almost up to his back bumper. Kyle is running 7th, looking to take over 6th place here. Kyle now up to 6th. Well, 7th. Back up front here. Reeves still leading the way. Brock gains and loses. He lost a little bit that last lap, last couple of laps, which allowed Eric Johnson to close up to him now. And he's brought Aaron Sellers with him. Oh, Kel Peterson loose right there coming out of 4. Take a look back here at Anthony Bennett. Anthony loose as well. And Ryan Fuchs got his bumper put back on, but it's still badly damaged. I guarantee you that man's going to be really, really tight until he gets that fixed. Terry Litweiler going around Clarence Norton, and Rob Williams trying to do something with him as well. There seems to be some kind of bubble between these cars. Really hard to make passes up here. They're just about evenly spaced between the top 5. Brandon Brock using a different line than the top two. On board here with Eric Johnson, seeing what he's seeing in the gyro cam. Brandon Brock looking low here on Rob Hartley. Rob backs it down, lets Brock go by. Now it's going to open the door up for Eric Johnson. Andy Reeves now losing some ground. Now Brandon Brock looking low. Andy Reeves with the block. Brandon Brock goes by. Eric Johnson here now. Eric Johnson makes the pass on Rob Hartley. Brandon Brock now out into the lead. Now 8/10 up, 9/10 up. Brandon Brock, first time in the clean air. Now he's going to set sail as he's now over a second. Eric Johnson making the pass on the 8 of Andy Reeves. Andy Reeves moving down. Rob Hartley not quite there yet to capitalize on that pass. But Aaron Sellers now putting the pressure on the 46. Kel Peterson now up in the mix. Rob Hartley underneath the 8. The 88 underneath the 8. And now Kel Peterson. What's he going to do? Is he going to force the issue here underneath? Oh, the 8 in the wall. Kel Peterson gets around. Andy Reeves falls back to 6th. Kyle Franklin now 1.5 back from Reeves. He's closing in. Jacob Answorth coming through the field with Franklin. Jordan Massey and Litweiler battling here. Litweiler trying to get that momentum. Litweiler to the bottom. Reeves down pit road for a green flag stop. Back up front, Brock 1.4 seconds over Johnson. Looking at the fast 5 of the last laps here. Josh Newman fastest. Brandon Brock now fastest as the laps update. Eric Johnson faster than Brock that time by just about a tenth. Eric Johnson now 1 second back. Brandon Brock down pit road for his first scheduled green flag pit stop of the night on lap 41. That's going to give Eric Johnson the lead. Eric Johnson should pit this time or next time by. I don't see him being able to make it to lap 45. Staying out still. Hartley out. Kyle Franklin 3 seconds away from Peterson. Answorth in tow. Answorth to the bumper of Kyle Franklin. Looks like Eric Johnson and these guys are going to make a liar out of me. I said they can't make it to lap 45, but here they go. Coming up out of 4 for lap 45. Hartley maintaining second place right now. Brandon Brock with a almost 16-second pit stop. He did take tires. Oh, we've got a caution. Ronnie Welchel has wrecked. Something has happened to Ronnie. He's hard in the wall. Got some nasty nose damage. That's going to bring the pit stops, the green flag pit stops, to a halt. Let's take a look here and see what happened to Ronnie Welchel. Take a look at it again. The 34 gets into the back of him and turns him right and just keeps on going. Unfortunate for Ronnie. Tonight he was having a good run. Gonna get that damage fixed. Rob Williams stays out. Tim Freet stays out. Johnson down for service, grabbing some tires. Along with Answorth, Franklin, Hartley, Sellers. Franklin's going to beat Answorth off pit road. Tim Freet down pit road. That's going to put Rob Williams in the lead with Johnson to his outside. Rob Williams running that old Jeff Burton Citgo Super Guard. Absolute flawless paint scheme right there for Rob Williams. As the pace car lights are still on, we're going to go around one more time here. And here we go. Pace car driver is going to turn those lights off. And it's going to be Williams and Johnson the front row. Sellers, Hartley second row. And Franklin and Peterson third row. Going slow down the Boeing backstretch. Coming to take the green for the third time tonight. Only 2 cautions though. Looking here at the race recap. Lap 49 on 115. 2 cautions for 7 laps with 3 lead changes. Pace cars off. Here we go. Coming to the restart zone just out of turn 4. Right here, and green flag is in the air. 61 with a good jump. Gonna take that lead. The top 2, top 4 going single file now. Eric Johnson underneath the 61, and around he goes with fresh tires. Hartley's also going to go around. He's going to put Sellers right there. Sellers looking low. Peterson next in line. Oh man, the 61 hard on the wall right there. Everybody scatters. 61 very, very slow here. Now dropping back to 8th, and we've got a caution. Anthony Bennett and Andy Reeves. Andy Reeves is one of our leaders. Anthony Bennett tore up from the floor up. Let's take a look here at what happened with Andy Reeves and Bennett. You can take a look at that one more time. Andy Reeves going in. He's on the high side here. Anthony Bennett down low. Anthony Bennett coming up the racetrack and gets in the way of the 8. And they both get spun out. Anthony Bennett with some bad damage front and rear. Back up front now with Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson, Glad Dad in the booth. You got me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Copy that. Hey, you made it up to the front now. You got Rob Hartley right behind you with Sellers, Peterson, and Franklin. So we got some heavy hitters behind you. You're going to try to push it to stay in that clean air, or is it that important?
We're just gonna run our race here, and you know, if they're getting a little too wild, you know, we're not afraid to let somebody by and get them later. But we'll try to keep our track position the best we can without tearing our stuff up, and that's what we're gonna try to do.
Right. We've seen some guys out there that seem like they were a little loose. Is the car loose at all out there?
Yeah, you can definitely get it loose. Getting on the lower bits there on exit and stuff, and I think what you might be seeing too is a lot of tight, snap loose at the wall.
Right.
You know, it's getting kind of tight in 1 and 2.
Right. And I've seen some issues where cars have gotten to the rear bumper of the car in front of them, and they're really, really loose off the exit. Just makes them 10 times looser.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Taking the air off.
Yep. That's 100%. Right.
100%.
All right, buddy. We'll get out of here. Good luck. We're taking the green.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you guys for watching.
All right. Was Eric Johnson? A little word from him. As we're about to go green again, pace car lights are off. About to pull off here. It's going to be Johnson and Hartley front row. Sellers, Peterson second row. Green flag in the air. Really good jump from the 18. 88, fantastic restart from the 88. The 88 now moves up into second underneath Rob Hartley. Makes the pass. Sellers now looking at Johnson in the 18 up front. Kyle Franklin now up in the top 5. Got some battling going on back here between Litweiler, Massey, Hall. A little further back, Williams, Brock. Brock making that pass on Giberson. Up there now, 2/10 back is Sellers. Johnson doing just what he needs to stay out front. Not overly pushing, but just enough to keep a couple of car lengths between him and second place. Eric Johnson watching his mirror here. He's got Sellers still all over him here. Johnson not making any mistakes. Oh, Johnson really loose right there. That's due to Sellers being on his rear spoiler. Now Hartley, you can see Hartley there making a pass. Trying to make that pass. on Sellers. And he's going to make it. Kyle Franklin now. Kyle Franklin to the back bumper of Cale Peterson. Everybody's pretty much nose to tail right here in the top 5. Kyle Franklin's got his car offset for the clean air. And so you can see for any potential checkups, that's definitely a really, really good technique that he has there. Yes, I call it a technique. But he does it time and time again. Any checkups that happen in front of him, he can see. That's why he's in the points lead. Aaron Johnson still out front. Everybody's single file right now. Take a look back here in the back. Steve Giberson. Rob Williams back here. And Clarence Norton. See where Brandon Brock currently in the 8th position. Terry Litweiler in 7th. Terry's closed up some to Jacob Answorth. On board here with Jacob Answorth. So you can see those guys 5th on to 1st. He's still within striking distance. Being nice and easy on the throttle. Off the throttle and back on. He's not stabbing it. Car's not getting loose on him. Off the roof cam here of Litweiler. Oh, Kyle Franklin really loose off of 4. He's going to lose some ground to the top 4. It's going to bring Answorth right up to him. Oh, Franklin in the wall again. Now Answorth loose. Kyle Franklin touched, not Kyle Franklin, but Cale Peterson touching the wall just a little bit. Up front, 0.4 of a second separates the first car from the second car. Rob Harley's now got some problems. Aaron Sellers closed in. Rob Hartley, he tends to be better on these longer runs. Oh, the 46 of Hartley in the wall just a little bit. Check on Brandon Brock back here. Closing in slowly but surely. Let's take a look here at the fastest 5 right now. Eric Johnson still the fastest. Brandon Brock nowhere on the top 5 right now as far as the fastest drivers. But if you look at the 5-lap average, he's 3rd fastest. No, 2nd fastest and 1st fastest. There we go. Jacob Answorth, Kyle Franklin, only 2 tenths separate those guys, 5th and 6th place. Back up front, the gap is growing. 7 tenths separate Johnson from Hartley. Hartley still maintaining as we're going to come up on green flag pit stops here shortly. Kyle Franklin letting them go. He let Answorth and Brock get by him. On board here with Franklin. Tight. Franklin dealing with a tight sensation in that race car. We'll take a look here at Franklin, see if he has any damage on that right front. That'll definitely make you tight. And car seems to be clean. He's falling back to the clutches of Terry Litweiler now. Eric Johnson now up to 9 tenths, almost 1 second. Rob Hartley still maintaining the gap between him and Sellers. Brock now battling with Answorth. Brock had a moment there, had to check up. He's got to try to get Answorth all over again. As the sun's coming up. On board here with Brock. Got to reset and go get Answorth one more time. Oh, we got a moment there. The 88, that's going to slow up Brock right there. The 88 way loose, going to lose that position to Answorth. That's going to heat the tires up for Sellers. It's going to put Cale up into third position. Cale Peterson now closing in on Rob Hartley. 3/10 separate second and third place. Now there's a 2-second gap between Johnson and Hartley. Johnson has set sail. This is the largest gap we've had tonight. Should start seeing green flag pit stops fairly soon here. And yes, there they go. Peterson, Answorth, Brock down pit road. We're going to have some more takers here the next couple of laps. Eric Johnson calling it to his crew chief, coming down pit road right now. Rob Hartley down pit road as well. Aaron Sellers going to stay out, lead a lap, grab a point. Franklin as well, going to stay out for now. Litweiler down pit road. Sellers down pit road. Franklin gonna pass. He's gonna take the lead. Franklin out front for now. Gonna grab a point for leading a lap. These extra bonus points are very, very important for these contenders here in this league. We've seen these. Oh man, Kyle Franklin hard in the wall. Man, oh man, that was a nasty hit there. I'm not going to be surprised if he doesn't have toe damage after that. Steve Giberson staying out. Steve's going to take over the lead here. Brandon Brock now. Trying to get his laps back. Kyle Franklin with an 18.4 second pit stop. Trying to get some damage fixed. That's a lengthy pit stop there. For the 11. Steve Giberson down pit road now. Jordan Massey, Rob Williams. That's going to put Eric Johnson back up into the top spot. Hartley 2 seconds back from Johnson. Everybody's way spread out now. Litweiler making a non-position pass here on the 15. Lil Wilder's going to get by him easily coming out of 4. Everybody's really spread out now. Kyle Franklin's going to shuffle back into 7th. 8/10 behind Answorth. So those 4 seconds on pit road didn't really cost him a whole lot. Well, it didn't cost him a whole lot to Answorth, but it did cost him a lot to Johnson, as Kyle Franklin's now 13 seconds from the lead. Johnson, he's going to be saving. I guarantee you, Eric's in his mind right now thinking he doesn't need a 2-second gap. He doesn't need a 2-second gap, so he's going to save these tires. Let them come up to temp naturally, not over push the first 10 laps. That is absolutely crucial for these Gen 4 cars, as the lead is growing slimmer and slimmer, now down to 1.3 seconds. Rob Hartley's got it slung sideways. Eric Johnson going around lap traffic now. Jordan Massey. Rob Hartley's now closed it in to 3/10. Hartley with a risky move on the high side. Oh, Hartley. Hard in the wall. Gets into the back of Jordan Massey. No woe up to be found. And caution is out. Rob Hartley's chances of winning this race are officially done. Let's take a look here at what happened. I knew as soon as I saw Rob Hartley on the outside, something was going to happen. That is a very, very risky move there. As soon as I seen Rob Hartley take that outside lane, I was thinking, whoo, this is not going to end well. Too much momentum from the 46, nowhere to take it. Trying to go low below the 68. 68 has nowhere to go. 46 gets into the 68 and the 15. The 61 gets away with no damage. $20 laps to go. A little short shootout here. Brandon Brock now up into the top 3. This is the reset Kyle Franklin was looking for right here. I don't see these guys pitting for the rest of the race, so their bets are made on what they've got left as far as tires go. Crossing the start finish line now, we got 1 to go. Then we're going to go back green. It's going to be Johnson and Peterson, front row. Brock, Litweiler, second row. Franklin and Answorth, those two guys cannot seem to get away from one another tonight, which is exactly what Jacob Answorth was wanting. As you can see here, looking at the points, Franklin and Brock, first and second in the points. Jacob Answorth only 10 points back. Staying with the leader, that's what you want. Going down the Boeing backstretch here at pace speed. Pace car about to pull off. Only four cautions tonight. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Peterson with not a good jump. Brock with a better jump. Kyle Franklin with a good jump here as he passes Terry Litweiler. Got a bunch of cars loose back there. On board here with Franklin. Eric Johnson doing just what he needs to do to stay in front. Kel Peterson in second place with Brandon Brock looking low right now. Kel can't let him have it. He's got to push hard. Brandon Brock with not enough momentum to make anything happen here. Coming down to 15 laps to go. Todd Franklin's worked his way back up into fourth place. Looking back here in the top 10 in ninth, Clarence Norton. Dalton Hall just in front of him. Aaron Sellers in 10th. Brandon Brock losing some ground. Looking at the fastest laps, last lap, Kel Peterson, a 10th faster than your leader. We've got a caution out. Josh Newman and Jordan Massey. It's going to be a short sprint to the end here, folks. Take a look here. One unfolded between the two. Looks like Jordan Massey's 2 cars ahead. Jordan Massey in the wall. Gets tangled up with the 61, and the 4 has nowhere to go. Tough break for Jordan Massey tonight. And Josh Newman. Let's see if we can't get a word from someone here. Kel Peterson, Glad Dad in the booth, you got me.
Hey, what's up, Glad Dad?
Hey, man, you got anything for this 18? That's what the folks want to know.
I think I could, but passing on this track is just a different animal, so it's going to have to take a mistake from Eric in order for me to get an edge. Otherwise, I think I'm going to be stuck behind him.
Well, it seems like he's saved early on with these tires, so I think he's definitely going to be tough to pass.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So, but you are starting on the outside of him. You just need a really good restart to get close to him, and then, you know, if you put the bumper to him, I won't blame you. Just tell him I said it was okay.
After last week.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's the answer. That's the answer we were looking for. Wink, wink. Anyway,
yeah, exactly.
All right, buddy. Well, yeah, good luck, and hopefully we'll see you here in the podium.
All right, thanks, Glad Dad.
All right, folks, that was Kel Peterson there. He may or may not have something for Eric Johnson. I guess we'll see. Flagman given the 1 to go. Pace car lights are off. We're going to go green next time by with less than 10 laps to go. This has been a fantastic race tonight. Only 5 cautions, too. I figured with these Gen 4s we'd see a little bit more, but man, these guys, this is the best league on iRacing as far as I'm concerned, as far as cleanliness goes and racecraft. Definitely, Robbie, the next gen car is wider by a few inches. Here we go, green flag in the air. Oh, the 3 with a sliding his tires sideways. Not a good start for him. Kyle Franklin's going to get to the outside of him and make the pass happen. Kel Peterson, not as good a jump as he would have liked, but Brandon Brock definitely was a loser there on that restart. Brandon Brock now looking to the inside of the 11. Not going to be able to do anything though. 11 with definitely with the preferred position. Dalton Hall hard in the wall. Gonna lose a couple of spots there. The 3 gonna get another stab at it here with the 11. They're going down into turn 1. The 3 just a little skittish to commit to being below the 11 there going to turn 1 and in the center of the corner. Kyle Franklin with the preferred spot here in the 4. Five laps to go for these drivers tonight. There we go. Brandon Brock with the commitment there. Must have been listening. Brandon Brock is going to take the position over from Kyle Franklin. Now Jacob Answorth. Jacob Bansworth not going to be able to make it happen. Aaron Sellers making the spot up on Clarence Norton. Going to put him back inside the top 10. Eric Johnson 7/10 ahead of Kel Peterson. Coming out of 4 for 2 laps to go. Eric Johnson coming out of 4. This is going to put him to the white flag. White flag in the air for that Greg Sachs throwback. Coming down the Boeing backstretch for the final time tonight. Coming out of turn 4, and the flag has been captured by Eric Johnson. Fist waves in the air. Now that's a celebration worth having right there. Darlington and the Gen 4s. Come on, boy. Kyle Franklin with the bump and run. Bump and spin, rather. Everybody giving him the congratulatory bumps here. Rob Hartley mixed up in some mess late in that race. And go ahead and get that grill fired up because Eric Johnson's cooking tonight. Now that's how you do a burnout there, folks. Watch the wall and don't scratch the paint. As the old Chase Stifley would say, he's gonna, after the show, he's gonna be signing babies and kissing ladies. All right, let's get in here and get our top 3 in the waiting room to be interviewed. It's going to be Brock. We need to find Brandon Brock. And we've got Brandon Brock here in the booth with us. You got me, buddy.
Hey, yo, I'm here.
Nice. Well, you know, you spun your tires there on that last restart. You know, walk us through what was going on through your mind there when you spun your tires. You're like, oh crap, I'm about to spin out.
I had just called out over the radio before that restart. Watch out for tire spin, and I'm the one that does it. So that's just the way it goes. I think I kind of let one get away here. I kind of lost the Oh, we had that early caution that was kind of right in the middle of the fuel run. Some few of us decided to stay out and just hope it stayed green, and it didn't. Caught me a lap down before I could get it back, and so I had a few more laps on the tires, and I had to pit earlier. So I think that kind of hurt me. I couldn't get the track position back, and it's so hard to pass here. But I'll take that setback, and coming back up to P3 is nice. I can't feel like I can't help but feel like I let one get away. Sorry, words.
Yeah, that's right. But hey, you were second coming in here in the points, so to finish third here tonight, that's nothing to shake a fist at. Definitely.
Yep.
So all in all, phenomenal
and of course,
performance.
The guys you're battling in points are right around you.
Well, that's how it is. It's all about points battle. We've only got a little bit here till we get to the chase.
Mm-hmm.
So all these points and bonus points matter.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, Mr. Brock, if you got any sponsor shout outs, go ahead and get those out of the way, and we'll send you down.
All right. As always, you do a great job broadcasting this. Chase as well when he's in here. I know he couldn't be here today, but you guys are a good duo up there. As always, our league sponsors that let us, drive fake race cars and help us out. Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Auto America, Curtis Simmons, LuLaRoe, Roberts Ball Screw, J&M Group, Jackie Jones, and check out Drew Kuhn over at Pinnacle Wraps. And thanks to the mods in this league that really help behind the scenes. They don't get enough credit for what they do. And man, I feel like a broken record. I think I say the same thing every interview, but
that's perfectly fine.
Man.
You know what? You're getting interviews.
Right? I guess that's a good problem to have.
Yeah. As long as you're getting interviews, what does it matter?
Yeah, right.
That's right.
Man, Motegi next week is going to be interesting. That's a toss-up. I have no idea who's going to win that one, so I encourage everybody to get as much practice in as they can, because it's definitely a challenging track. So
that's right.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, we'll get out of here, and we'll see. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep, we'll see it.
All right, let's get second place in here. That's going to be Mr. Kel Peterson. Nice rally up to second there. You didn't have the restart that I'd hoped you'd have. But you know what? We'll take a second place tonight.
Oh yeah, I'll take that all day. That was a good run for me. Yeah, Eric, definitely, you were spot on. Saved this stuff up there till the end and took right off. So he did not give me a shot. Good on him.
That's right, man. Well, you're up there in the points. I mean, you're up inside the top 10, so this will be a good, solid finish for you tonight, and good points gain.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Looking forward to the playoffs.
That's right. Well, hey, you got any sponsor shout-outs you want to give, and we'll get you out of here.
Yeah, first and foremost, want to shout out Curtis Simmons Betting for sponsoring this Gen 4 series. The next Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. Always appreciate you guys. LuLaRoe by Tammy Litweiler, Jackie Jones, Chrysler Dodge Jeep, J&M Group, and Roberts Ball Screw, and Grand Island Auto America. All of you guys, thank you so much for letting us do this, throwing some money at us.
Yes, sir. And hopefully we'll see you at Motegi next week. It's going to be quite a challenging track, so hopefully you get some practice in on it.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. We'll take it easy, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you, Adam.
All right, folks. Without further ado, let's get to your race winner, the sweeper of the week.
Hey, I think that's probably my first ever sweep, to be honest, in the Outcast. Let's go.
Yes, sir. You did a phenomenal job tonight. So, hats off to you, man.
Man, what a stressful track this old girl is. I tell you what, like, all these guys out here are tough. It's hard enough racing them, but when you're racing a track like this, she does not give, she don't bend, she don't break, and she takes everything from you. And just staying out of her grips all night, man, it's a white knuckle. I don't know about these guys, but I'm sweating, and heart rate's a little elevated.
Yes, it is. Well, I mean, walk us through your strategy there. When you pitted, you come out 2 seconds, and I was saying on the stream, I was like, Eric doesn't need a 2-second gap, so he's going to save his tires for the first 10 laps or so. Let Rob Hartley get closer and closer and closer while he's using his stuff up, and then hopefully you'll have something there at the end, Dad. Man, oh man, yeah, you did. You were a rocket.
Man, glad, Dad, you know me, so you're exactly right. We came out of the pits. We had a really good pit stop, and we gained a little bit of time. And we knew that was time that we can just save a little tire while they got to use a little bit of tire to catch up. So we were just saving just a little bit while Rob was pushing. And there was going to be a point that once he got to it, we were going to match his pace or try to just pick it up just a little bit. And then things just got a little awkward there in 1 and 2 with the lap cars and stuff. And I seen he was caught up in that. And that's unfortunate because me and him were really close all night. And that was going to be interesting. But once we seen that, we had the late restarts. So it makes it so interesting. Everybody's tires cool down, and we're kind of all in the same for the first 3 or 4, and then your tire wear start to show. So them restarts are really important, keeping the grip underneath you on the restart. I seen Brandon Brock spun him up a little bit there, and when I seen that, I was a little thankful because he did have a little fresher stuff, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, he did. Not by much, though. Only a couple of laps. But anyway,
it don't take much here.
So, are you excited for Motegi, or are we dreading it?
I've only ran probably 15 laps there. Not a fan, but I haven't ran enough to, I guess, to not like it. But we'll see. We're gonna have to put some laps in. It's very awkward shape. There's probably gonna be some shifting in one of the corners just to get power off, and that's always an interesting time when we got to shift. For
yes, it is.
Laps.
So hopefully the gear ratio's just right. If it's not, you're gonna have one heck of a time when these tires get hot.
Oh, it's right in a weird gear. I'll tell you, 4th and 3rd, you can't choose which one you want to be in. Coming out of, I'm pretty sure it's 3 and 4 is the corner that is just really awkward. But yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one.
Well, this is gonna move you up into championship points, my friend. So hopefully you can snag a championship here in the Gen 4s.
Man, we needed a solid run here in the Gen 4s. We've kind of had some bad luck of our own. We put ourselves in some bad spots and got caught up in some stuff. So, this is a good, definite points day out here in the old throwback Greg Sachs 18 car. How'd those look up there?
Phenomenal. All the paint schemes looked spot on, man. They were great.
Yeah, I seen a bunch of guys in some real crispy looking stuff, and it was pretty cool to see.
That's right. All right, buddy. Well, hey, you got any shout outs? I know you do, and we'll get you down to victory lane.
We'll keep it simple tonight. The only shout outs I'm going to give the chat, all you guys that show up every week and type in the chat, thank you guys. Adam, you and Chase up there. I know Chase is working. Thank you guys so much. And just all the Outcast guys, week in, week out, showing up and showing support and doing these paint jobs and everything. Thank you so much. And yeah, that's what we're going to do tonight. Thank you guys.
Yes, sir. Take it easy, buddy. All right, folks. Well, that was your top 3 there. Man, what a great show. You can see there your top 3 podiums. Johnson, Peterson, and Brock. Great group of guys right there. Let's get down here to your race results. Showing up on the screen, Eric Johnson going to tame the lady in black. Kel Peterson's going to bring it home in 2nd, followed by Brandon Brock in 3rd. Kyle Franklin in 4th. Jacob Answorth, good run for him tonight in 5th. Terry Litweiler 6th. Steve Giberson 7th. Dalton Hall, a new driver, in 8th. That's a really good run for him. Aaron Sellers in 9th. Clarence Norton, also a new driver, in the top 10. Rob Williams 11th. Jordan Massey 12th. Rob Hartley, not the night he wanted, in 13th. Tim Freet 14th. Ronnie Welchel 15th. Matt Markland 16th. Josh Newman 17th. Ryan Fuchs 18th. Anthony Bennett in 19th. And Andy Reeves rounding out your 20th place. Let's take a look here at the schedule for next week. We're wrapping up Darlington here. Then we go to Motegi for the same amount of laps, 115. That's going to be quite a challenging track, as you heard our top three talk about it. So there probably will be some shifting. And then we get to Daytona. That's going to be the cutoff race. The activated chase. The top 10 drivers will compete until we get down to the final 5. Then we go to Texas to determine who the championship winner will be. Anyway, folks, I want to go ahead and thank all our sponsors: Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, LuLaRoe by Tammy Lutweiler, Serta Simmons Betting, the title sponsor here for the Gen 4 Series, J&M Group, Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Roberts Ball Screw Repair Services, Pinnacle Wraps, and Grand Island Auto America. Anyway, folks, want to thank everybody in the stream tonight, in the broadcast, coming out, showing the love, showing out for these guys, talking it up with me. And I want to thank my wife and kids for always watching and supporting me do this silly little thing I call a hobby. And yeah, that's it. We will see you next Tuesday night at Motegi for the truck race, and then next Thursday night for the Gen 4s at Motegi as well. This is Glad Dad reminding you to stay fast, stay clean, and as always, it's okay to be an outcast. We'll see you then, folks. Take it easy.